Willie, we're here at the launch of the Punchestown Festival, and you had Annie Power doing a bit of work here today along with some other of your stable stars. You might just tell us a little bit about how that went?
It went better than my voice is at the moment from shouting David Mullins home in the Grand National. No, Annie Power just came up for a little walk around and a little bit of a loosener, just to loosen out. She's just back from Aintree. Thousand Stars and Twin Light did a nice bit of work. Thousand Stars, his first run for a good while, hoping to have him back for the big 3 mile race here, take on Thistlecrack maybe. And Twin Light for the 2 mile event. He was very good. He lost his form this year, but I think he's coming back to himself now. Hopefully we will have most of our team for Punchestown. This year we brought a lot of them to Aintree, and it's going to be a little tight coming back, but Punchestown always provide nice ground, and at this time of the year I think horses recover quicker from races than they do in the middle of winter. So hopefully Vatour, Duvan, Annie Power, Lemony, Apples Jade, she was very good in Aintree, and she could be a new star for the future, I think.
She could. That was quite an extraordinary performance. To beat the Triumph Hurdle winner by over 40 lengths was just an amazing performance, Willie.
It was. I mean, we had training problems with her after she won at Leopardstown, and we thought we had her fairly right going to Cheltenham, but obviously that Cheltenham run brought her on hugely.
It certainly did. The executive here at Punchestown are licking their chops at the prospect of perhaps having, Don Cossack Q Card and possibly Vautour in the Bibby Financial Services Gold Cup. It will be quite some prospect, and perhaps Jack Adam as well. It
will be. I mean, I think a lot more English are going to come over this time and make it a far more exciting festival. We've, as I said earlier, there's good prize money here and good racing conditions, and it's bound to be an exciting festival.
It certainly will, and you mentioned the English are going to come over and try and take some of our prize money. I suppose it's in some ways it's a little bit of retaliation, Willie. You've had a fantastic Cheltenham and Aintree, and of course you're now leading the UK Trainers Championship, and I'm sure that's a main goal for you this season.
It's become one now. It's not sort of something you dream about, but we had a fantastic Cheltenham, added to a few other victories in England earlier in the season, and it's put us right up there. We have the advantage now. Hopefully we'll press it home and then come back and enjoy it in Punchestown. You
had a terrific family success in the Grand National on Saturday. David Mullins riding Mouse Morris's horse Rule the World to win the Grand National. Quite an achievement for a very, very young man who an awful lot of people are saying he could be a real star of the future, Willie.
Yes, he David is cool with a capital C, and he showed that on Saturday. He just waited until he got within sort of eye line of the winning post, and then he played his cards. It was very good, and he's a young man, I think, going places.
Just a quick word on some of the other horses you will have for the festival here in Punchestown. Willie, perhaps York Hill, who has been a real superstar, will he come back and try and win again here at the Punchestown Festival?
I think so. He looks very good in that 2 mile division. There's very good prize money here. He doesn't need any work, I'd say, between now and then. He pulled very hard and still did it the hard way in Aintree. I'm looking forward to bringing him here.
Yeah, that was a terrific performance. I mean, as you say, he was hard pulling, and he really toughed it out when he was asked the question.
Yes, he must have some engine. I mean, he's bred to get 3 miles, yet he has the speed to win over 2 and beat some very good horses over 2. So he could be anything next year. We could keep him as a champion hurdler, or maybe go down the chasing route and go the Arkle route. Yet he has the pedigree to be a Gold Cup horse.
The performance of Duvan as well, absolutely terrific. He's such a magnificent specimen of a horse as well. But he probably wasn't fluent over a couple of his jumps, but It was a serious performance nonetheless in the latter stages.
It was. Paul was riding for the first time, and it's tough when you're asked to ride those horses that are so well fancied in the full glare of all the publicity, with a front runner taking you on. Do you take him on? Do you go in front of him, or do you just sit in behind him? And I think Paul just did the right thing, sat in behind him. But maybe the horse's jumping suffered a little bit early on, because as the race got faster, his jumping got better. Paul couldn't believe it when he let out an inch of rein and to let the horse into his stride. He said he just opened up. It was he'd never ridden nothing like it, I think.
Yeah, he's a serious horse. Willie, obviously Ruby has a hairline fracture of his wrist, but he'll be hoping to get back to Punchestown, which has been a really happy hunting ground for him, no more than yourself, over the last few years.
Yes, and that's another little story for Punchestown. Ruby has to come and defend his championship. He's 10 in front of Brian Cooper at the moment. You know, that just wouldn't be enough. So he needs to come back, and he's keen. That he thinks he'll be back. When Ruby says he's back, he usually is. So that's going to be an exciting finish to the Jockeys Championship too.
It certainly will. It's going to be a terrific week all around. Just one final word on Annie Power. I mean, she has been an extraordinary horse. The one thing that I suppose people regard as probably the greatest achievement in national hunt racing down through the last 50 years has been the fact that your dad trained a Gold Cup and a champion hurdle winner with a mare in Dawn Run back in 84 and 86. If you wanted to go and achieve that, you're halfway there, Willie.
Yeah.
Are you tempted?
Certainly, it's been myself and Richie have talked about not talking about it until the season is well over and the horses are out on grass. It is a big possibility. Rich also has Faugheen to go for the champion hurl, or Faugheen could try and do that. He's won a champion hurl and go and win a Gold Cup because he stays all day as well, and he's a good jumper. So he has, two horses. If he wants to do that, he could have a go. But I think before we finish up talking about the festival, I mean, the one horse we're all looking forward to the festival is Uncle Junior, 15 years of age, probably his last run. He's going to run in the Latouche. He's won it twice, and I think he's never won it by more than a head or a nose. He makes life hard for himself. So the whole stable is looking forward to him running and having a good retirement after that.
It would be the perfect swan song. Thanks very much indeed, Willie, and the best of luck at Punchestown.
Thanks very much, Dennis. Cheers.